Hi guys, in this episode of DAECHWITA, I am really excited to be reacting to August D's new comeback, Hageum. And I gotta say, I'm both excited to get into this and a little bit worried. I am excited because August D, aka Suga from BTS, is my bias in BTS. And even in the periods of time where I've been struggling with BTS's music and the direction that it's been going and the kind of quality of production that they've had for their music, Suga's stuff was always on point for me. Like back, I believe in like 2020, I think it was, when BTS I feel like was at their lowest point in terms of their music quality, Suga kind of, well, he didn't debut, but he came back with DAECHWITA, one of the best songs connected to BTS in any way, shape, or form. I loved it. So he kind of has a track record of impressing me quite a lot and me enjoying his music quite a lot. But considering how I felt about the pre-release track, if you want to call it that, featuring IU, I'm a little bit worried about how much I'm actually going to be enjoying this, because even though the quality of that track was not low, I think it was a high quality song, it just wasn't something that I was necessarily looking for. Like, I wasn't looking for a ballad, especially from Suga, so I didn't enjoy it in that regard. I'm still just kind of worried that potentially he might be going in a different direction with this album, considering that it's like an official album, whereas before this, all his music was like mixtapes. I'm just worried that he might be going in a different direction, which I'm not gonna enjoy. And that worry is also compounded with the fact that the recent debut of Jimin as a soloist, I surprisingly enjoyed. Because I did not expect that. I was kind of lukewarm at best about his debut. Like, I was maybe potentially gonna at least take a look at it, not necessarily going to react to it. And then he released the pre-release track Set Me Free, which blew me away. And then obviously there was the proper comeback with Like Crazy. And I even enjoyed the rest of the album with all the B-sides being so high quality and feeling like title tracks. Like, that was a surprisingly good album. And I really also enjoyed the edgy vibe that it had. So with Jimin kind of going in this direction, I'm not really expecting for Suga to go in a similar one, because I feel like his previous album or mixtape or whatever you want to call it that he released with DAECHWITA, I think it was somewhat edgy, typical for Suga, I feel like. But based on the pre-release track featuring IU, I'm expecting a completely different vibe with this one. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope that I end up enjoying his music. But I guess there's only one way to find out how I'm gonna feel about this comeback, and that is by getting into it. So without further ado, let's get into August D's Hageum in 3, 2, 1. Love his long hair, that's for sure. Is it gonna be a badass track? I really hope so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 이 노래는 해금, yeah. 올라타봐 지금, yeah. 벅작지는 리듬, 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금, yeah. 이 노래는 해금, yeah. 올라타봐 지금, yeah. 벅작지는 리듬, 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금, yeah. 이 노래는 해금, yeah. 올라타봐 지금, yeah. 벅작지는 리듬, 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금, yeah. 해석되는 자유, yeah. 개소리는 out, yeah. 표현되는 자유, 어쩌면 누군가의 조금 잘 보고 또한 자유 일런지 당신의 판단과 추측이 확실한 신념들의 있는
He does look really badass in this music video, that's for sure. I'm not sure how I feel about the song itself though. It's obviously way too early to judge, but I'm feeling a lack of catchiness. It's obviously probably gonna grow on me the more I listen to it, but I feel like it's not really left as much of an impact as DAECHWITA did on first listen. Man, if you're not gonna use those money, give it to me. I'm in a desperate need of them, you know? I love how much he's enjoying himself acting in this music video. Be careful, dude. You're gonna get hereditaried. Okay. So, I'm definitely gonna be checking out the whole album because I'm a big fan of Sugar, and I really hope that there is a song amongst those songs from the album that I enjoy a lot, because this one, not really too big of a fan of it. Like, don't get me wrong, I definitely can kind of see myself casually enjoying it, and it's definitely the kind of song that is right up my alley, like very rap heavy, obviously, with Sugar, very hard hitting, but I just feel like it's kind of lacking in impact, and it's just lacking in variety as well. Like, compare this to DAECHWITA. I feel like in DAECHWITA, he really goes all out with the rapping. Like, goes so hard, goes so in your face, and he switches it up so much in that song. Like, all of the verses sound so different and flow so different, and it's such a memorable and impactful and hard-hitting song right off the bat. It's like, you can go and check out that reaction of mine to DAECHWITA to see how I felt about it on the first listen, but I just feel like I'm just not quite as impacted by this song as I was by DAECHWITA. It's just, DAECHWITA is just so much more impactful and interesting and hard-hitting. Funnily enough, I know he was just featuring on that song, but I would have expected this, or at least I would have hoped this song to be something more along the lines of what Psy's Dat Tat was. because I really enjoyed the feature that he had in that song. He is the reason why I listened to that song, and now I love that song. So I was hoping for something as impactful as that. Like, that feels more along the lines of DAECHWITA than this. And obviously this doesn't have to be like DAECHWITA, it's completely fine for it to be completely different. But at the same time, I just don't really feel the impact of it, you know? It just doesn't feel as interesting as that. It just feels like I don't know what to call it, but it just feels like underwhelming second comeback of a new group, you know? That's just kind of how it comes off. Like, I don't know, I'm just a little disappointed with this song, is all I'm trying to say. I don't think it's bad, but just like the pre-release track, I just don't really like it that much. Maybe, probably, the more I listen to it, it's gonna grow on me. With the way I do these reactions, I guess have high expectations because I want to be blown away and have fun reactions. So I always expect the next comeback to blow me away more compared to the previous one. And this one just doesn't really deliver on that. It's not like it's a substantially worse song compared to DAECHWITA, but it just doesn't really feel as impactful, as memorable, as fun as DAECHWITA. It feels like a B-side. Obviously, we're still gonna listen to it a second time before I say my final thoughts, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of ended up being exactly what I thought it was gonna be. I was kind of expecting that it was gonna be kind of lukewarm at best about the song, and that's how I feel about it. But still, we have the second listen to go through, so without further ado, let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1. Like, the most entertaining part of this for me is definitely the music video. Like, the story of it.
이 노래는 해금 올라타봐 지금 벅작지는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금 이 노래는 해금 올라타봐 지금
Okay, it definitely sounds a little better on the second listen.
이 노래는 해금
It's definitely catchier on the second listen.
벅작지는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금 해석되는 자유 개소리는 표현되는 자유 어쩌면 누군가의 조금 잘못된 또한 자유일런지 당신의 판단과 추측이 확실한 신념들이 있는지 당신의 자유와 타인의
Still feel like DAECHWITA is better though.
그렇다면 주저 말고 올라타봐 금지된 것들을 보통해봐 각자의 취향조차 이해들을 못하는 불행한 이 시대를 살아가는 이들을 위한 이 노래는 금지된 것을 푸는 것뿐이지 허나 자유와 방종의 차이지만 부디 구분하길 이 노래는 해금 올라타봐 지금 복작되는 리듬 또 다른 해금 이 노래는 해금 올라타봐 지금 복작되는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금 이 노래는 해금 올라타봐 지금 복작되는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금 상상의 자유들을 금지시킨 가동시에 사상의 통일성을 원해 왜냐 머리 앞에 같이 모이드는 눈을 가리고 이제는 생각의 자유를 범해 같은 논란들은 판단들의 혼란들을 야기시키고 들이실틈없이 대살래 과연은 금지시킨 건 무엇이 뼈없던 우리의 자리가 다 보는 우리 뻥들의 노예 주먹지나 편견 모르는 노예 유튜브의 노예 닥스의 노예 이 순간 탐욕이 미쳐난 새로운 감문을 배 모든 게 변해 이렇게 따라서 보니까 내 시발 집투에 다른 말에 놈들이 많은 서로가 서로에게 속죄를 거는 것들은 뭔데 성공의 쓰나미에서 쓸려내릴 같지 말게 우리 자유와 방종의 차이점은 모두 구분하니 이 노래는 해금 올라타봐 지금 복작되는 리듬 올라가봐 지금 복잡되는 리듬 멋지만 이건 또 다른 흐름 이 노래는 지금 올라가봐 지금 복잡되는 리듬 멋지만 이건 또 다른 흐름 이 노래는 지금 올라가봐 지금
I love how badass he is in this. Like I said, that's the most fun part of this music video. Okay, so the issue of the catchiness definitely feels like less of a bother on the second listen. It definitely feels a little bit more catchy, which is my primary issue with the song. I just feel like it's not quite as catchy as DAECHWITA was. The impactfulness also, I feel like it improves a little bit after the second listen, but still overall just feels like an underwhelming release compared to DAECHWITA. It's definitely worse, I feel like. It's less impactful, it's less interesting, it's less varied, it's kind of more monotonous, and it's just not really as fun for me. And it's sad that my expectations were kind of met exactly like that. Like, I was worried that that was exactly what the song was gonna be. But like I said, we still have an album to check out, and hopefully there's gonna be at least one song among those that I'm gonna end up enjoying. And there's a good possibility that that's gonna end up being the case, because there's at least one of the songs which also has a music video, so maybe that one is gonna be the one that the most effort was put in, or that is the most fun for me. So I'm excited to get into that. But yeah, in terms of rating for this one, I'm still gonna give it like a solid 8.4 out of 10, because I don't think the quality of this song is bad. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy his rapping. Like, it's Suga. He never does a bad song. I just think sometimes he does some songs that are less interesting to me. And I'm not gonna lie, the fact that I enjoyed Jimin's recent comeback, or debut, I keep saying comeback, but it's a debut, recently so much, has definitely tampered with my expectations for Suga, because Jimin's style of music was never something that I expected I was gonna like enjoy so much, that would appeal to me so much, that now it feels like Suga is kind of veering away from my taste. So yeah, I definitely loved how edgy Jimin's stuff was, and the fact that this is nowhere near as edgy is definitely part of the issue with why I don't enjoy this as much. But anyway, I still think it's pretty decent, and we obviously have the album to check out, so I think we should just end this video so I can get into that. But before we do, I want to give a huge shout out to my currently 4 patrons on Patreon: Omar Bridgman, Deadpool, Corvidet, and Andrew. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. You have decided to support me, have continued to support me in such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Wattpad, where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge your support, help keep the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do any of that, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!